Oh, yeah. All right. This video was posted by Yellow Flash 2, another person I follow.
I've been wondering.
This was posted December 9th, 2020. It's an old story, but I just felt I had to do it regardless because I don't really do Christmas per se. Mind you, let me go ahead and show this real quick. And I actually still have it up. And the only reason why is because it reminds me of something dealing with home. Something with my childhood, something with home. So I still have the little Christmas tree because I don't want anything bigger. Don't need anything bigger. I still have it up. I did not celebrate after, just my divorce and things like that. I didn't want to celebrate anything. My favorite holiday is Halloween. Yeah. And I decorate big time for Halloween. My neighbors, they're like, because I do like a graveyard whole thing and stuff. But even for Thanksgiving, I was tweaking. I switched some stuff out, had a Thanksgiving buffet table, happy Thanksgiving, but it was my Halloween stuff just at a buffet table. And oh yeah. And then Christmas, it was Christmas, but with skeletons and everything. As I said, Halloween is my favorite holiday. I don't really celebrate Christmas, but this tree, the friend who's renting, no, they're not reaching. They are reaching, but it's the left. They're insane. They're fucking retarded. I still have Halloween shit set up. Like the tombs, I've got a couple of my tombstones outside still there. Some of the skeletons are still out there and shit. Fuck it. I'll leave them up all year round. My neighbors they're like, man, I know a lot of my neighbors. I talk to my neighbors, we talk shit all the time. However, there are some neighbors that like, man, that are like that creepy guy. Then they meet me and they're like, you're a really cool dude. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm a, disabled vet. No, it's not drugs. These people are just fucking insane. But people are like, we always thought you were creepy because, the way you would always decorate for Halloween and stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm just a normal guy. I just really love Halloween, But anyway, so I saw this story. And the reason why I don't really care too much about Christmas, I don't, because it's a made up holiday. I am Wiccan, pagan, naturalist. We already know, I know, Christmas was created by Constantine and his advisors, his scholars. They couldn't kill enough pagans. So that's how Catholicism was created. And that's why they stole a lot of the pagan stuff, the Yule log, all of that stuff. To like, hey, see, we got the same similar stuff as you. So I'm not really a Christmas person. It has nothing to do with Christ. Christ was born, June, July? So why does Christmas have to do with Christ? Fucking. Anyway, it's the solstice. That's what it is. Because again, well, how would you know? Because the whole North Star and all that shit was around June, July back then. Nowhere around Christmas. You do know that they could take the story, input it into a computer, which they have. You can look it up for your damn selves. Christmas has nothing to do with fucking Jesus. Nothing. Yeah, I know, which is reason why I added this to my political folder is because I like to decorate. As I said, Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I love going all out. My friends love going all out. One of my friends does a whole, Halloween pirate like skeleton display. It's badass, actually. A few of my friends do, all out for Halloween. Not so much for Christmas. None of us really care about Christmas. But Halloween, oh yeah, we all go out. We fucking go all out. We've done haunted houses. I've got my skull big ass fog machine. I do my whole graveyard scene where kids are afraid to come onto the property and shit, you know. And I did Halloween this past October, by the way. Still gave away candy, so we're wearing a mask anyway. It's fucking Halloween. Anyway, this is the reason why I added this into my video, is because these fucking leftists just want to attack everything. And I'm sorry, but because of the way I decorate, because of the way my friends decorate, fuck no. Nobody's going to tell us we can't do shit.
And how this Christmas was going to play out, because this is, well, a very different year. It's not been the best year. I think we can all just about agree on that. Yesterday, there was the Santa Claus that didn't want to give the little boy a Nerf gun. And today...
Y'all remember that story, right? Okay.
Well, we have some people in Minnesota. They put...
Well, Minnesota's being taken over by fucking Islam. So, of course they... Yeah, so this has nothing to do with drugs or whatever. This is basically a bunch of Muslim people, and they don't like Christmas. I don't have a problem with Christ, because it's not like we're talking about the witch trials, the Salem witch trials. We're not talking about the Inquisition and shit anymore. We're not talking about the Crusades and everything. Everybody can worship the way they want. However, fucking Muslims come here and then want to tell us that we can't worship the way we want. You literally came to our country where we have freedom of religion, and then you're going to tell us that we can't worship in our country based on the freedoms that we have because it offends your religion. These people need to get the fuck out of our country.
Put some Christmas lights up. You can see it right here. Here's one of the houses. Here's another house on the street. Well, guess what? Apparently, somebody in the neighborhood thinks decorating your house with Christmas lights is now racist.
How dare you?
So this is definitely one of the strangest things I've ever seen. I'll put it up there almost with the jerk chicken sandwich at McDonald's. I did a video on that a couple weeks ago. Go check that out. But apparently just decorating your house in Christmas lights now is a problem. A nurse whose Christmas lights were slammed as a reminder of systemic biases says decorations cheer her up after a long hospital shift. As it's revealed, 3 other neighbors also received...
Y'all need to understand, it's Christmas lights. Christmas lights have nothing to do with Jesus. But let's keep going.
Nasty notes. Let me take you to the note right here. We'll go ahead and we'll go through this. So this is what the neighborhood Karen sent this person. So let's take a look at this letter here and really just take in this very educated response. What a terrible letter this is. Listen to this. I couldn't help but notice your Christmas lights display. During these unprecedented times, we have all experienced challenges which...
You would think, especially through the whole COVID, which we all know is fucking bullshit. We know COVID is real. Actually, we don't even really know it's real. We're trusting I was born government, raised government, married to government, was government. I don't trust the fucking government. I don't trust them. And you guys are literally believing them. Who's taking the COVID test? Obviously, this corrupt. We know it's the hospitals aren't government. They're not. Pharmaceuticals. How much do you pay for fucking aspirin? You don't think it's government or the man? But who are taking the COVID test? They. Who are giving the results? Them. And you're trusting them? It's not like we have our own personal COVID test or, our own, like somebody on our side that we could completely trust who can run their own test and go, yeah, it's COVID. It's all literally based on trusting them. The test, the results, all of it. Well, I had friends that were sick. Okay, I've been sick twice and I've almost died twice from meningitis. I've been sick twice and I've almost died twice from walking pneumonia. If it were to have happened any one of those times during 2020, guarantee you they would have said it was fucking COVID. Guarantee it. So again, funny how everyone, especially the left, especially these fucking woke people, keep saying they don't trust the government. Yet somehow throughout all of 2020, they trusted the government. But anyway, you would think through the bullshit of 2020, peace on earth and goodwill towards men, you would think that would be the one time that they would want to go out of their way and have some kind of good, try to put goodwill into, because children love Christmas lights. It ain't got nothing to do with you fucking broke adults. Children love Christmas lights. Children love Halloween. It ain't got nothing to do with you fucking broken woke adults. Kids, you have literally taken away Easter from kids. You took away Easter. You took away their spring break. You took, everybody was home, but they weren't able to enjoy it. So you took away their spring break. You took away Christmas. You took away Halloween. You took away Thanksgiving. Kids don't understand this shit. It's just Christmas lights. But we already know, again, it's bullshit. It's all corporate and pharmaceuticals, and I don't trust none of them. I mean, the fact that Bill Gates is involved in the whole COVID thing, you're not a fucking doctor. Why are you talking? Why is it that Bill Gates was talking even more than fucking Fauci? You're not a doctor. What the fuck are you doing talking? I'm telling you, there's no way in hell I believe that this COVID shit, again, well, people died. How do we know it wasn't from the flu? Y'all do know that even, John Hopkins, one of the universities even put it out, how pneumonia, flu, meningitis, all the other deaths that were holding steady. We're talking like for the last 10 years, holding steady, all dropped in 2020, but COVID jumped up. We're talking about a decade of these things holding steady. Flu, pneumonia, meningitis, all of this shit, their numbers holding steady. That is the average, meaning this is the average. Whether it goes up or down, there's an average line holding steady for 10 years. But then 2020, all of them dropped. All of them. But COVID went up. Y'all are full of shit. Y'all are full of shit. I am a person who lives in science, facts, figures, numbers. You cannot show me something like that and then turn around and go, it just happened. Yeah, everything dropped. Yeah. Literally been holding steady this whole time, over 10 years, but somehow all of them dropped, all of them, but COVID went up. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. And I don't give a fuck if this video is flagged. I don't care, because y'all are full of shit. You cannot take a person who was, I have a degree in microcomputer technology. Again, I live on fucking binary, like facts, figures, numbers, shit that I could see, and tell me that that's wrong, that it just happened. See, now you're making it fantasy. Now you're like, you just made D&D real. Oh, for the 1 year of 2020, everything just mysteriously, it must be aliens. Aliens were involved and somehow dropped everything, but the COVID went up. seriously, get the fuck out of here. We already know the elites are controlling everything. We already know. And I've had friends that are like, they won't say anything to me personally because they know I don't give a fuck. And I'll come down on them too. Oh, y'all better keep wearing your mask. This shit is real. How do you know? Did you swab yourself? Did you run your own test? Well, the doctor, again, you're trusting the corporations. People that literally are charging you a ton just for a fucking aspirin. A Band-Aid will cost like $150. You're trusting them? This is all bullshit. Anyway, let's keep going.
Casual words just don't describe what we're feeling. The idea of twinkling, colorful lights are a reminder of divisions that continue to run through our system.
Colorful twinkling lights are a reminder of divisiveness? These people are fucking... Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
A reminder of systemic biases against our neighbors who don't celebrate Christmas.
Again, see, I guarantee you it had to be a Muslim because it's up in Minnesota. Guarantee you it had to be a Muslim. Oh, see, there are races, there are people out there that don't celebrate your holiday. Oh, okay, so can I say the same thing about your wife wearing a fucking burqa? That I'm offended by it? Well, no. Why? You're offended by my Christmas lights and are going to call me out on it because some people don't celebrate your religion. Again, as a pagan, that's one thing that pissed me off. I still put up Christmas stuff, but I'm pagan. Has nothing to do with Christmas because people put out candles during that time. So lights and everything. It's also a pagan holiday, not attached to Christmas, dumbass. But, oh man, when I saw this, I was like, let one of these motherfuckers ever come to my house. Oh, your house looks too, the skeletons, your house looks too scary. My kid doesn't want to, we have to cross the street to walk past your house. Let somebody ever say something like that to me. I'd be like, it's my fucking yard. Don't look at it. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Seriously. Let somebody ever come over and do something stupid like that.
Or who can't afford to put up lights of their own.
Hate to tell you, but lights are even sold at the Dollar Tree. They're not expensive. So you can put up a little bit of lights too.
We must do the work of educating ourselves about the harmful impact in outward-facing display.
Again, how is it that my religion is offensive, but your religion is not offensive? This is why these people do not belong in our country. They don't belong in Western society. And this is being Wiccan, being a witch, being fucking pagan. I've been trying to help the Christians go, we need to unite. I've gotten on fucking other witches saying, are you stupid? You do realize they're not saying just Christians. They're saying everything that is not of their religion is offensive to them. You do realize they're going to come after us next. But right now, the big enemy to them is the Christian religion. Catholics, Christian, everything. They are the big enemy. You think once they take them out, who the fuck do you think they're coming after next, dumbass? These people do not, but I don't give a shit if it pisses anybody off. I don't give a fuck. They don't belong here in this country. Yes, we have freedom of religion, but freedom of religion is, hey, you know what? You study your religion, I'll study mine. We go our separate ways, whatever. These people do not believe that. They literally will outright confront, attack anyone that is not of their fucking religion. That's why I say they don't belong here. They don't. They have not. Well, it's not all Muslims. Really? What happened in fucking Michigan, Dearborn, Michigan? The moment they took over as having a mayor and all that, Muslim and all that, They literally made it Sharia law. They literally took over an entire goddamn town and pushed out basically the normal the citizens who had been there. They came in like, oh, look, we're all going to get along and everything. But the moment they had the numbers, it's like, fuck y'all. It's our town now. They do not belong here. Y'all keep playing, and these people are going to end up taking shit over. But it ain't going to happen because people like me will stand it. You can take this as a threat all you fucking want, because protect our protect the Second Amendment. Y'all keep playing. We're not putting up with this. I'm not putting up with this. I love this country. I don't want to go to fucking Middle East. I don't want to go to Africa. They're shitholes. I love this country. It's the best country on this fucking planet. Why the fuck? Yes, there's been bad things. There are bad things everywhere. But there are worse things, and they literally have the numbers in their own country. And what the fuck are they doing? Killing each other all the goddamn time. Oh, but they're refugees escaping that. Why aren't they? We fought. Our ancestors fought. Hello? The Revolutionary War, the Civil War. We fought for our freedom. World War I, World War II. We fought for our freedom. Why can't they fight? We were outnumbered. We were outgunned. Revolutionary War, Civil War. We were outgunned. We were outmanned, and we still won because of heart. These motherfuckers don't have the heart to fight for their own homes. No, they come running here and then take shit over. They don't belong here. I don't know why that would be offensive to anyone. If they were coming here to just fit in. And again, well, it's not all of them. Really? Because the ones who came here escaping, refugees, escaping, they took over Dearborn, Michigan. So what happened to they were escaping oppression. They are refugees. Wow. Oh, welcome us. We're just refugees. Welcome us. But the moment they had the numbers, get the fuck out. This is our town now. They do not belong here.
They like yours can have. I challenge you to respect the dignity of all people, while striving to learn from differences, ideas, and opinion.
How do you respect the dignity of all? I hate these people that say we should be inclusive to everyone. That is impossible. There is no way you can represent everyone, because you're going to have people that are too short that aren't represented. You're going to have people too tall that aren't represented. You're going to have people who have blonde hair who aren't represented. You're going to have people who are mixed who aren't represented, like myself. You're going to have people who are too dark that aren't represented. You're going to have people with small tits who aren't represented. Big tits. You cannot. I hate this inclusive bullshit because it is impossible. There is I play fantasy games. There is absolutely no way, even in a fantasy environment with magic, that you could create a perfect world where everyone is represented. So these people, when they talk about this dumb shit of everybody needs to be represented, even in a fantasy setting with magic, you could never pull it off. These people are retarded.
Of our neighbors, we must come together collectively and challenge these institutional inequities. St. Anthony is a community welcoming of all people, and we must debate.
Welcoming of all people, but not your people. Do you see that? We're welcoming of all people, but we don't like, well, okay, well, if you're welcoming of all people, that means you're welcoming of my goddamn Christmas lights. Oh my God. These people literally will say a whole bunch of shit that is meant to confuse you. They say a whole bunch of words that mean nothing, but in the end, they just want to be over the top of you. That's it.
And we must demand better for ourselves. And to that, I would respectfully give the person who wrote this letter a gigantic middle finger. And I would put my Christmas lights up anyway. In fact, the fun story here, and this is why I wanted to talk about it, is the whole community actually did that as well. More people put house lights up because they got these letters. People didn't even get the letter.
And I guarantee you, especially the way the letter was worded, and it was up in Minnesota, guarantee you it was Islamic people. I guarantee you.
Letters went out of their way.
That were complaining. But neighbors went out of their way after hearing about the letter, and basically more neighbors put up Christmas lights as a fuck you.
To decorate their homes because of these stupid letters. 4 people in total, I believe, got them. This is ridiculous. So, like I said, here's the actual houses you can see right here. This is one, and then there's one right here. This one looks really nice. This one's not even that bad. Are you kidding? Hunt put up simple string lights outside her home last weekend before she received a nasty letter from an anonymous neighbor who railed against the
Here's the thing, anonymous. Come on, have the balls. Knock on my door. I've even told my neighbors, ones who love that I put up my Halloween cemetery and all that shit, because I hadn't done it for the last couple of years. So they were like, man, holy shit, you're actually putting up your decorations again and shit. It's like, we've always loved when you decorate for Halloween. And I'm like, oh, this is only the beginning. I was like, it's going to get worse, better. Worse, better. I'm like, I'm going even bigger. I was like, I got friends that do fucking pirate ships and all kinds of shit. No, fuck that. I'm going bigger. And I'm like, and I'm going for 3 months. I'm going from October, November, and December. October, I'm doing obviously my graveyard scene. Thanksgiving, I'm going to expand on my whole fucking buffet. My Thanksgiving dinner skeletal display. And then for Christmas, I'm going to do Halloween Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas, actually. So, it's just going to keep getting bigger. I love this shit.
That's the decoration.
And the reason why I'm going to do it that way, and I'm also going to leave it. Everybody else, my other friends who put it up, their displays, their Halloween displays that are all big, they end up taking them. They put them up for October, but then they take them down. And I'm like, if I'm going all out, I'm leaving them up. I may move shit around, but I'm fucking leaving that shit up for at least 3 months. I'm going to get my money's worth out of that shit. Then I'll take it down. Thing is, I took down most of it, but I still have tombstones outside because of the whole COVID thing. One of my personal tombstone that I made for me was died 2020, and no, it wasn't COVID.
This is it right here. A string of lights right there. And then this Arizona woman added extra lights to her home, pictured after hearing of the letter received. That's kind of funny. She went all out. Really, this is where we're going to be at now?
I thought this was in Minnesota. Yeah, it was in Minnesota, but apparently more people are doing it even around the country.
People were going to get upset because of Christmas lights. It was only a matter of time. It seems like every year a lot of these crazies want to come after Christmas.
No, they're going after Christianity. And as I have told other fellow pagans that, well, we don't care. It's just we're just the fucking Christians. We don't give a fuck. You do realize that in the end, should they end up somehow taking out Christianity and the Catholicism and all that, they're coming. We're the small fry. They're coming after us. After they take down the big guys, who do you think they're going to come after next, dumbass?
Every year that I've had the channel, I do a Christmas video. It's usually the only Christmas video I do to make people feel better that they're not miserable, where I collect tweets from people that are hating Christmas on Christmas and trying to ruin.
As I said, I don't mind Christmas. I don't mind. I don't really care. We ain't talking about the Inquisition or the Crusades or the Salem witch trials anymore. We're not being, drowned and burned at the stake and all this other shit. We're not going through that anymore. So great. Everybody can peace. Everybody can have their religion. We have our religions. Great. Cool. Whatever. But then these fucking Islamic people come in and start telling us that we can't wear certain shit, that we can't do certain shit. You came to our country. And here's what's messed up. They want to throw freedom of religion in our faces while at the same time telling us we can't celebrate our shit. Well, isn't America set up for freedoms? Yeah, but you literally just told me I can't have my freedoms. So I should allow your freedoms, but you're not allowing mine. Get the fuck out my face. I had one of my biker friends, and I'm talking one of the banditos. No, wait, I don't think it was. No, hold on, because I got a lot of my biker friends. It was one of the veteran chapters of the motorcycle club. Got all his patches on, everything, motorcycle club and everything. He's at Walmart over on Woodrow Bean, Trans Mountain. And he's got one of the patches on his vest. When you are vested and patched, these are people you don't want to fuck with. It's not you motherfuckers need to understand something. Motorcycle clubs, even if they don't like each other, still have a brotherhood of the ride or die. You motherfuckers going after one biker, even if it's of one club, you're going after all the clubs. They can all hate each other even. But if you come after one biker, they become family really fucking quick. So you're not going to deal just with the one club. They're messing with bikers? You're going to deal with all the clubs, even if they don't like each other. Anyway, he's in the Walmart, walking around, gets approached by 4 Muslim guys. And they see one of his patches said infidel on it. And they asked him, what does that mean? It's like, exactly. He knew exactly they were Muslim. He goes, exactly what the fuck it means. Oh, so you're a fucking infidel and all this other shit. Again, why would you care? The only people who would care about an infidel are terrorists. I even told him when he was telling me this story, I was like, oh, they're damn lucky they didn't confront me. Because I would have been like, excuse me? The manager got involved in telling them to leave. They even called the cops and everything else. They were banned from the Walmart and all the other shit and everything, trying to claim they were offended. But again, the word infidel would only be offensive to a terrorist, not just your random everyday Muslim, right? It would only be offensive to a terrorist. So that's what they were trying to tell the manager when he was kicking them out is, oh, well, he's offending us with that patch. And it's like, but no one caught the whole thing that the only people who would be offended by an infidel patch or t-shirt, because I've got an infidel t-shirt, only ones who would be offended would be terrorists. Nobody caught that? But anyway, I'm laughing as he's telling the story, and I'm like, are you serious? Do they not know what a motorcycle club is in the United States? Or even across the world, for that matter? Even in Japan, they have motorcycle clubs. It's like, are these people fucking stupid? He goes, yeah, you can tell they basically just got here to our country. I was like, well, they're lucky they didn't approach me. They are lucky, because I would have caught that. I would have been like, whoa, you're offended by infidel, so you're a terrorist. No. You do realize that that's the only people that would be offended by that word. Because a regular, just believing Muslim, I'm pagan. That's like a Christian coming up to me and wanting to burn me at the stake because I'm wearing this. You being offended, that means it's somebody who basically is a terrorist, somebody who wants to burn me at a stake. So if you're offended by my t-shirt that would say infidel, that means you'd be offended by this too, right? You better get the fuck out of my face before I fucking kill you guys. Because you approaching me, 4 of you, I'm feeling threatened. And if you step any closer, I'm going to take it as a more of a threat. And I'm going to end up killing one of you really quick in response to that threat. But he laughed it off, and everything else and stuff. And I was like, these motherfuckers really do not understand. They took over, as I said, Dearborn, Michigan, where it was basically just a bunch of, your everyday, probably God-fearing white people. They're coming to a place like El Paso, with Mexicans and the cartels and the border and banditos and other motorcycles. It's like, are they stupid? This is not the town you want to fuck around with your Muslim bullshit. Mexicans ain't putting up with that shit. Americans ain't putting up with that shit. But right here at the border, dude, they got a lot more reinforcements than you do. These people do, if there is an example of these people do not belong here, not just this story, but the one I just told you, they do not belong here. I don't give a fuck how many people get offended by me saying that. They don't belong here. If they're getting offended by the word infidel, there's only one explanation. One. They're terrorists. Why would a regular Islamic believing person care about that word? Why would they be offended by it? It has nothing to do with them, right? They're not a terrorist. So therefore, it would have no meaning to offend them. But for them to have been offended, there's only one. I even told him, I was like, you do realize, because he was a veteran. And I'm like, you do realize there's only one reason why they would be offended by that word. And you literally didn't call them out for that? Oh, hell no. I would have done it. I'd have called them out right then and there. Anyway, I'm going to finish this video, and I guess I'm done for today. I'm going to, as I said, I really, really need to try to just stay on top of, I did figure out something. Because see, I do have my political folder, which has a ton of the videos. But what I'm doing is, for the videos I know I'm going to work on that day, I created a new folder called Today's Topic. The ones I've moved in there so far are the ones where I could do just singular videos that should take, around 30 to 40 minutes. By doing that, I'm emptying out my political folder. And it allows me to, when I know, because you know how sometimes I've, Polar Bear, where I've done like, okay, well, in this video, I introduced this one, but there's another one that's connected to it. And I'm like, oh my God, where is it? Click, 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 where is it? And everything. I figured out, okay, well, I'll just create a separate folder that I will throw those videos into that folder so they're all together. So it's easier for that video day's topic. They're all together, and I could just click one or the other. As I said, me doing this channel was just to do it, get my older, black mixed, but black perspective, older, my generation, where I'm from, the shit I've been through, the shit I've lived. I've had people call me out. You haven't lived through that. Yeah, I have. There's no point to me lying about the shit. What in my videos, especially the way I talk, makes you think that I'm lying? Seriously, I don't have time for that bullshit. I ain't got time. I'm retired. Live off my military disability, which you motherfuckers who may hate me, you leftists and shit, you're paying for me to be retired, dumbass. So I could give a fuck less that, you believe, don't believe what the fuck. I don't have time to lie. I don't have time. I don't have the patience. I don't give a fuck. I'm not making videos to fucking lie. I've got better things to do with my time than to lie about shit for views. Because that would be the reason why you would lie, is so you could get views. One thing I have said since video 1, when I first started this channel a couple of years ago, I don't care about being monetized. I'm already retired. I live a good life. I travel, go do whatever the fuck I want. Went to the racetrack yesterday that they reopened in New Mexico. Fucking surprised by that. Surprised New Mexico has been reopening. The place was packed. And this is New Mexico. You know why? Because people don't believe that this virus is real. All right, hold on. Let me rephrase that. We know that something is real. But again, funny how every other disease and shit went down, but this COVID went up. So how do we actually know, other than trusting the man, that all these deaths have to do with COVID? All these people being sick, like my friends. I've been meaning to text them and go, do you know it's COVID? Do you know? Yes, it's COVID. How do you know? Because I already know one of them goes, yes, it's COVID. How would did you test it yourself? So, well, they said, so you're believing them. How do you know you just don't have the flu or walking pneumonia or the Zika virus? Or how do you not know? You're literally taking their word. Well, because I was really sick. Again, how do you know I was really sick? As I said, I've almost died 4 times, twice from walking pneumonia and twice from meningitis. If it happened during 2020, you really think they're going to tell me it was meningitis or walking pneumonia? No, they're probably going to say it's COVID while treating me for the other shit. But they're going to, like, as a matter of fact, the second time I had meningitis, trust me, you get it once, you know what it feels like, and it sucks. So getting it again, I knew what it was. So when I went to the hospital, I said, I have meningitis again. They were like, how do you know? Like all condescending and shit. And I'm like, trust me, you've had it once, you know what it feels like. Sure enough, they come and you're like, yeah, it is meningitis. How did you know? Again, meningitis is not fun. It does kill you. If I had not gone to the hospital each time, I would have died. Look it up. It is not fun. So yeah, I knew, but I can imagine, you know what? I would have loved to rewind time to 2020, get meningitis again, go to the hospital, and have them try to tell me it's COVID. I guarantee you they would have done it. Guaranteed 100% of my being says they would have said it was COVID, even though I would have known it was meningitis. But anyway, y'all just believe in the fucking government. Yeah, I know. But again, this whole mess, trusting these, and again, they kept these deaths. Oh, these deaths. Where are the bodies? Where are the bodies? If there were all these deaths, where are they? I kept asking people that. Well, they're saying all these people have died. Where are the fucking bodies? Getting off topic. But anyway, I've been living my life. So again, I could give a shit less about lying to any of you motherfuckers. I'm going to be real because I could really give up. Again, I don't care about doing this for views. If the channel grows, y'all do realize, oh, you're just doing this for views. You do realize they still have to monetize you. You know that, right? So I could get 1 million followers and I'm still not going to see a dime. So to sit here and say, oh, you're just doing this for views. Well, if I'm not getting paid for it, then why would I care that I would have like 1 million followers? Why would I care if I'm not getting paid for it? Because I already know all my videos would be demonetized. I already know that. So again, why would I lie? And there's no benefit for me to lie. There's none. Or edit anything I say. Like the Officer Tatum and how these other guys literally edit or bleep the shit that they say because they're trying to stay within the rules of the monetization and everything. Me? I don't care. And that's one of the reasons why I know they're going to fucking hate me as my channel would grow. I already know that's why they're going to hate me because it's like, damn, we can't threaten him with demonetization because he don't care. That's the thing that would, people like me scare the fuck out of the left. Now, if they try to come after my disability, that means they're coming after other veterans. Y'all think that that's not going to start a war? Try that shit. And pissing off veterans who are all trained to kill, that ain't going to go well for you. That is not going to go well for you. Fuck with our disability and shit. As a matter of fact, we all said that when Biden got elected. All of us who are vets were like, let that motherfucker come after our veteran benefits, and that's going to start a war really fucking fast. Anyway, peace out, y'all.